Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're taking a look at the newest game from Grand Gamers Guild called Endangered. In Endangered, players are trying to save the tigers from getting eliminated by deforestation. They're doing that by maybe doing some lobbying, by having a philanthropist donate some money, having a TV show wildlife guru come out and scope out the land and make sure all that stuff is good. But really what you're doing is you're rolling some dice, you're placing them on certain action spaces that's going to help you move some animals around so they can get into the same square so they can mate, to maybe move them out of the danger of the destruction, maybe clear off some of the destruction. You're also trying to earn influence with the ambassadors so you can get their vote when it comes to voting rounds, because you need to have 4 ambassador votes to win the game. That seems like there's a lot going on. It's really a lot simpler than it sounds. So let's go down to the table, see how it plays. Alright, so here's a game of Endangered set up for 2 players. Let me go over what you do for setup really quickly. So you're going to lay out the board. I'm playing the tiger scenario, which there's a separate little paper for playing the tiger scenario right here. But I'm not going to reference that. I already know how to do it. So you're going to put the tigers out in this format. You put 2 here, 2 here, then 2 in the same square here, 2 in the same square here. You're going to put 5 of the light blue colored ambassadors up here, 1 of the gray ones. You're going to put the calendar track right here. You have some cubes, some money, some extra tiger tokens, some deforestation tokens that look like this. You'll have a mating die, a destruction die, and then you'll have the impact deck right here. You're going to give each player a character. Let me show you the character a little bit. Characters are 2-sided. One side is the female, one side the female character, one side the male. You can pick whatever you want. Each player is going to get 2 special abilities. You're going to pick one. So in this case, this player picked Money Talks, which does this. And it's also going to have a card that you get to start the game with, which I already did. It's an action, so it came out over here to give us another space to go take some actions on. Let's see. All right, we'll slide that back down. Each player is going to have their own deck, and they're going to get 2 cards to get started with. So that's what that looks like right there. Oops, too far down. All right, and they'll get 3 dice. So this player has the white dice, and then purple player has the same thing. This is the philanthropist. I'm the lobbyist, and then we'll get started. So the way this works is it's a co-op game. So each player is going to be trying to work together to rescue the tigers, to save the tigers, and to get 4 ambassadors to vote yes to assist them in saving the endangered tigers. So you're going to do that by rolling some dice, placing them on action spaces, and playing some cards. So let's go ahead and get started. So we'll say the white players first. So we'll roll our dice. Alright, so we have 1, a 1, and a 3. Alright, so the white player's special ability is, once per your turn, you may pay 1 million to influence an ambassador. Alright, so let's get some money. I want to get some money. So I'm going to go down here. There are some placement rules to placing your dice, but I'll get to that once we do it. So I'm not going to explain that yet. So I'm placing a 1 here. I'm going to take $1 million. Let's see, what else can I do here? I'm going to play a card. So I'll go here. Play a card. So I'm going to play this card, which is going to let me sign a petition. I'm going to add 1 influence to an ambassador, so I can go over that a little bit. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and play over there. I'll take one of these influence cubes, and I can add it to any ambassador that I want. When I add it, I'm going to flip it. So let's say I'll just start with this one. So I'll take this card, I'll flip it. So this is USA. So in order for them to vote yes, we need to meet a certain criteria. So we're going to count the number of destruction tiles in the supply, plus influence cubes, and if that equals 10 or more, they're going to vote yes. If not, then they're voting no. So as of right now, they are at 17 because we have 16 tiles. So they're at a yes. Voting rounds are in a 2-player game down here where it says 2. All right, so that's the end of their turn. Next thing they're going to do is they're going to roll for mating. So animals are going to mate each round if there's more than one animal on a space. So you can see right here, these 2 spaces, there are animals. So the way mating works is you're going to take the number of mating pairs, which I have 2, and add 1. You have to roll that number or lower, and you'll get a mate 1 pair. So I roll, I got a 3, so I do get to mate. So I'll take an extra tiger. It's going to go adjacent to one of these. So I'll go ahead and put it there. And now, whichever pair, for the tigers, whichever pair mates, one of them is going to run away. So we'll say this one runs away and we're going to put it down there. All right, and that's that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to roll a die for destruction. So we will, when you roll for destruction, you have a couple options. You can pick a row or a column that has at least 1 tiger in it. And then if you roll that number, the number that you roll in that column is going to be where a deforestation tile goes. So say I picked this column and I rolled a 2, I would put that there and I would have to kill that tiger. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to pick, let's pick 5. So I'm going to pick 5. And I rolled a 2. So 5 and 2. So the deforestation tile will go right there. So I'll take that there. No tigers are lost in this one. All right. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to flip an impact card. So they're going to look like this. They look like this. And they're going to do certain things. So I'll go ahead and show you one. There are going to be some instant impacts. There are going to be some long-term effects. They're going to be like, I think there's one other type in there. They're going to do mostly bad things to you during the game. So I'm going to keep these off camera so you can see these a little better. So I'll keep these down here so I can see them. All right, so I'm going to flip. So we have an instant impact. This triggers a variety of persistent impacts. If 0 persistent impacts are triggered by this card, draw and resolve the next impact. So we don't have any persistence right now. So I'll flip another one. Instant impact. Any one player may pay 3 million to discard 1 active persistent impact. There aren't any, so we're not going to do that. All right, so no harm, no foul. Then at the end of the player's turn, before their turn, they had to take their marker and put it up here too. Forgot. So at the end of their turn, they're going to draw a card. So they just draw another card. Then they get to pick a player to go next. In a 2-player game, it's this one. So they're going to go ahead and pick the philanthropist. So then they go. They take their token. They put it over here. And then they do the same thing that the first player did. So they're going to roll their dice. So they have a 3, 4, 4. All right, so let me explain how the placement rules work. So first player that goes, they can pretty much go anywhere. You can't go to a place that you already have a die. So if these dice, if this player wanted to take that action twice, they couldn't because they've already gone there. So now in order for this player to place a die in a 2-player game, it has to be 2 pips higher than what's currently there. In a 3 or higher player game, it could be 1 higher, but in a 2-player, it has to be 2 higher. So they can put that 3 there and that would be okay. That's the only rule for placing. And then this area down here, the social media, there's no limit. You can put whatever numbers you want down there and you don't have to put just 1 die. All right, so that's it. So they're going to go ahead and play. Let's see. So what do they have? They have a... I don't want to do any of those. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So once per turn, I'm going to use my special ability, Gala Fundraiser, or Gala, however you want to say it. I can discard a card to get $1 million. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right. So I'm going to discard this card. And I'm going to get $1 million. All right, so I'll discard that. And I'll take $1 million. All right. So then I had to play some dice. All right, I'm going to move some animals. So I'm going to go here. I can move 1 animal, 1 space. So I would like to get another mating pair ready to go. So I'm going to go here. Let's see. Pay 1 million, then remove 1 destruction tile. That is a nope, can't do that. So I'd like to play. I'm going to go here actually, and I will draw a card. So I'm going to draw this card. So I have signed petition, add 1 to an ambassador, and I really want to do that, but I can't play that card right now. So I'll just go ahead and take this, and I'll take 2 million. All right, so I have $3 million now, and I'm done with dice. All right, so then I will roll for mating. So I have 2 mating pairs, so I have to roll 3 or less. I got a 5, so no one mates. Now we're going to do destruction. We'll do row 2, or column 2. There are 2 tigers in there. I got a 6, so I'll put that one right there. Then we will do an instant impact, or an impact tiger. Tiger sighting. This will trigger all the persistent impacts. We don't have any, so we have to flip a new one. So impact tiger. Come on. Get off. So instant impact. Lose a number of animals equal to the current year number. So I have to lose 1 animal right now, which kind of stinks. So I'll get rid of this one. So that one's gone. And then it's the end of their turn, so they are going to draw a card. So they now have 3 cards. Then both of these players will get their tokens back. This moves down a year, and then they'll pick another player to go first. It will be this one. We'll play through another round, and then I'm going to skip to a voting round just so I can show you how that works. All right, so it's White's turn, so let's take all their dice back. That's the first thing you do, then you roll them. So I have a 1, 2, and a 5. Bam, all right. Let's see. I want to do some more influence. I'm going to go here. I'm going to influence another ambassador. Let's do the gray one. So we have Russia. Spaces with 1 or more animals plus influence. You need 8 for them to vote yes. Okay. So they now have 1. It's worth 3 right now. Let's see. Let's make another mating pair. So I will go. Oh, dang. So I'll go here. Move this 1 space. So now I have 3 mating pairs. I have a 2. Let's do a 2. Let's just go here. Take a mill. And done. All right, so now I'm going to mate. So I have 3 mating pairs plus 1, so I need a 4 or less. I got a 6. All right, so that stinks. And I'm going to pick row 2 again. No, I'll pick row 3. All right, I got a 2. Good. If I would have gotten 3, that would have been really bad. I'm going to flip one of these. Impact. Lose a number of animals equal to the round. So that's, or the year, that's 2. So I'm going to lose 2. I'll just go ahead and get rid of these 2. And then I will draw a card. So I got this card. See that? All right, now it's the next player's turn. They're going to take their dice back. Roll. So they got a 3, a 4, and a 6. They're gonna see what they got here. Let's go ahead and play a card. So they're going to take their 3 here. They're going to play this, canvassing. You can discard 3 million to play 3 cubes, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so we'll put that over there. And then they want to do that. So they'll go ahead and put the 4 there. They're going to pay 3 mil. They're going to put 3 cubes on 1 ambassador. So let's flip up another one. Flip up this one. So we got Japan. Total cards in player hands plus influence. You need 16. Ooh, that's tricky. All right. So we're going to start hoarding some cards. Oof. All right. So we're not even close there. We're at 5, 8. Ugh. All right. So I have 1 more die left. I'm going to go here. Take 2 mil. Alright, and that's their turn for that. They're going to mate, so it's 3, so we need a 4 or less. We got a 5. The mating is not going well. Alright, then we're going to do 3. As long as I don't roll 3. Got a 4, alright. Then we will flip an impact. Tiger sighting. So we have no instant impact, so we gotta flip it again. Tiger sighting. Flip it again. Tiger sighting. I did shuffle these. I don't know what's going on. Alright, here we go. Persistent impact. When the tiger sighting card enters, lose 1 animal adjacent to a deforestation tile. So that could be pretty bad. So those will hang out here. So they will trigger when that goes off. You can't see those super well, so let me get this moved up here so you can see them a little bit. There you go. Alright. So then it's the end of their turn. They're going to draw a card. So they now have 4 cards in their hand. They have this one. Right, and that's the end of their turn. They are moving to the purple player. I have 2 cards. So we will hold them in my hand. Let's get my dice. Alright, so I have a 3-5-5. 3-5-5. Alright, let's add some influence. Let's flip another one. So we're going to flip this one. Germany. Roll the die. You have the greater of the 2 dice. And then plus the influence. You need to have 8 or more for a yes vote. So that goes there. Then I'm going to go here because I want to get 2 million. So 2 million. And then I'm going to go here. It's been 3 million. To influence. Let's start influencing Japan, US. So we got to put all 3 on 1. So USA now has 4. All right. So that's that. Now we're going to mate. So we need 3 plus 1. That's 4. I got a 4. Sweet. So I finally get a mate. So let's put this one here and move this one over there. All right. Now we're destruct. Let's do 5. I got a 2. So I have a 2 there. If there's already a tile there, it's going to move the closest to the tiger. So it'll be right there. All right. Then we're going to do an impact. It's another persistent. Play 1. Lose 1 animal adjacent to a deforestation tile, which is the same one we just played, so I'll stack that up so I'll know. All right, and then I will draw a card, so I get another card. I drew this, a volunteer. All right, and now that will be the end of my turn. We take our, I should have put my disc up there. We'll take all these back. Let's just say it's a voting round. So we'll go down here. All right, so if it was a voting round, we would look up here at the criteria, and then we would try to see if these ambassadors will vote yes. So we'll start with USA. So we're going to count the destruction tiles left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus these. So that would be a yes. Sweet. So we're going to mark it with a tiger if it's a yes. So that's 1 yes vote right there. Then we're going to look at Germany. We're going to roll 2 dice. So we'll roll these. You're going to take the greater of the 2 dice rolls. All right. Plus influence there. It needs to be 8. It's only 6, so they're not a yes vote. Then we're going to go to Japan. We're going to take the total number of cards in players' hands. So we have 3, 4, that's 7. Plus cubes, that's 10. Needs to be 16, so a no vote. Then we're going to go to Russia. Spaces with 1 or more animals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus influence at 6. All right, so we did not get enough votes. We got 1 yes vote. We needed to have 4. So that's fine. We would just play through another round, and hopefully we could sway 3 more of these ambassadors to vote in our favor to help save the endangered animals. And that is how the game works. There are going to be more scenarios, but this is just the preview copy, and all that is available right now is the jungle board and tigers. But no, there will be more, so it's not going to be the same game every time. So
that's enough showing you how to play it. Let's go to the top, tell you what we think about it.
All right, so that was Endangered. I gotta say, first let me say, I'm not a huge co-op fan. So that being said, let's talk about the game. The gameplay is fun. I think what draws me into it is the theme. It's an interesting theme. You're trying to actually try to save animals from being eliminated by deforestation, which it's a problem that we're facing. I get it. So it's nice to maybe see that in this game we can make an impact when we may not be able to do as much in the world. So enough of the social commentary aside, let's talk about the gameplay. So this is a dice placement game. You're rolling dice, putting them in action spaces to take certain actions to help you achieve the goal of getting the influence of the ambassadors or getting animals together so they can mate, making money so you can spend money to get more action spaces out. It's just an endless cycle. But the interesting thing that I like about this is once you send your dice to a space, you can't go there anymore until your die comes off. So say the white character, like in the run through, went up there to do some influence. As long as their die is up there, they can't go there anymore, which is mostly just for that round. So they're basically, you can use each space one time per round. But then the next time it's your turn, you may not be able to go there again because you don't roll the right numbers because all the numbers are too high, or there's a 6 and you don't have a 7, so you can't go there. So I really think that's an interesting, different mechanism. I also like the instant or the impact deck, where every time at the end of every turn you're going to flip something, and it could be just something that's going to linger for a while until something comes out, and then it slaps you around a whole bunch in a row, or could be something that just happens one time and then it's done. In one of the games I played, I had I think 5 of those persistent impacts out, and then I did a tiger sighting, and it just slapped me around, and I lost like 4 tigers, like got a whole bunch of destruction. It was not good. So those can add up. So if you just ignore those and just let them go, it's going to be bad. But the rub there is one of the ambassadors gives you points towards voting for every one of those you have. So you're trying to juggle, well, it's almost a voting round, so let's see as many of those as we can get out. But the more of those you get out, the more you're going to get slapped around. So that's really interesting, and I enjoyed it. I also like the card play. The cards are fairly similar across the decks from what I was seeing. I mean, there are different cards based on the character, but there are a lot of the same ones, like Volunteer. There's one where you can get the influence on an ambassador. I think that's in every deck. Neither here nor there. It just more actions to get out so you can do more stuff. So I really enjoy this game. If you enjoy it, or you think you would enjoy it by the playthrough, it's going to be on Kickstarter here shortly. I'll put a link in the video description so you can go check it out when that's live. And that's it for me. So I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and keep gaming.